All right, so tell us what you think about the fact that we have to put all this stuff away.
It's one of those, as the process starts, you always know it's in the back of your head. You're going to have to take everything down. But really, in my mind right now, it's more of how can we do this efficiently and also organized? Because at the end of the day, we try to do both to save us time. But it's we got to do it, so it's part of the gig.
Yeah.
So we just I tried to break it down into sections. Otherwise, you get overwhelmed and it's too much. So I figured let's just start with trees, and we move on to let's say larger items that we can put away if they're fragile, or if we can just put them in a new pile. And hey, we can deal with this in 2 days, as opposed to everything attack it all at once. You have to break it down. That way, it's easier. You don't get overloaded and overwhelmed, and it's doable.
You guys, what you need to know is that Jameson is the type of person that he always has to have a checklist. He has to have a system of how things need to go. And so I'm more of like, let's just get it done. And like I start pulling things here, pulling things there, and that's just not how it works. But at this time of the year and at this point of our year, what we just want is like this stuff out of the house, in the garage, and organized. But I understand that it's a process that it will take a few days to get it done. We actually gave ourselves a whole week. So we blocked out this whole week to put the house together, because not only do we have to organize it, we have to clean, we have to wash things and like the walls and the baseboards, and it's just a lot of work. But it is, Jameson did say we're gonna sound like we're complaining. We're not complaining. Actually, we're very grateful that we are given the opportunity to work from home, and that we get to put out all these videos for you. And I'm gonna talk as I go because if not, I'm gonna be here all day. So we are super grateful that we get to do all of this. So we're not complaining whatsoever. However, at this point, like I even told Jameson, you know what? If it sounds like we're complaining, that's okay, because after 8 months of living this way, I'm ready. I'm actually ready to complain a little bit. I don't want to ever have to go through this again. And now that we're moving, I don't want to do this in our new home. Like I want to come to a house that is clean and organized. And so you're just gonna have to stay tuned. All right, so now we're gonna keep doing all of this. We're gonna take a little bit of time to advance in the process, and I'll be right back with you. So keep watching. All right, you guys. So the very first thing we're doing is putting away the Christmas trees. And the way I like to do it is I grab my tree, and I always tell Jameson to just hug the tree. We have to put all of those limbs down. This is a very narrow box, so I'm gonna make sure that it fits. It all has to fit, but you know what? I just realized that the other part goes in first. The longer part goes in first. I don't know how these people do it, where they make this whole Christmas tree fit on this tiny little box. But we have to make it work that way because we're storing it to take away with us. One of the things that I will take away with us when we move is all of our Christmas stuff. And as I'm sure you guys know, I have a lot of it. So I'm gonna have to be selective as to what I put away and what I don't. So now we're gonna add the third part, which is gonna be this tiny little part. Isn't this cute? But always make sure that you hug your tree and you kind of go down. Make sure that you press all of those limbs. And then we're going to put this guy right here. Once that you have it all packed up like this, you push down, push down. You're gonna bring your flaps like this. And then, oh, this one goes first. We want to make sure that we have those handles. And the trick here is to do this number. To put it sideways, we have to make sure that we get to the flaps. And sometimes it just takes a lot of work to get it there, but I'm a professional. Sometimes I have to sit on them till I get to those flaps, just to make sure that it's going to close like this. All right, so now James is gonna help me tape it. We'll be right back. All right, so what do we have to do next?
Okay, so now we have to take everything out of the tree and store it and put it away. So we just have to individually take items out. I'm trying to start with one item at a time, kind of put it back together, make some piles of it. and just slowly, surely, just knock it out. That's all we can do. So I like to keep the same things. Look around and scan. Okay, that's it here. Check this side. So on to the next thing. So let's do our ribbon.
At this point also, we're going to, as we take it apart, we're going to select what we're going to keep and what we're not.
Exactly. So this ribbon's good here. Oh, here's a good down. Let's go. Boom. Okay, nice. Okay, so the idea is to get these guys, these trees that are all boxed up. I'll need Ramon's special recognition for this, because he's got great ability for that. So I'm thinking I'd like to have them in an area that we know we won't need for a while. So I'm thinking farther back here along this wall. That way we can free up the new studio area right here. So that's my thought, and let's see what happens.
Okay, so this is usually where we record. But right now,
Right.
can you explain what's going on?
So right now we're reorganizing and trying to take away and take down everything from Christmas, put them in boxes, best we can time-wise, but also just do a quick organization, but not a full-on organization. Just slowly taking away and packing up Christmas and on to the next.
Okay. All right, so I have an idea. What about if we take all of this stuff out into the living room? So far, we've taken the Christmas trees out. We started sorting out, but what if we take everything out of this room, move it into this next room right here, even if it is just a mess, and then we'll focus on setting up the dining room, so that way we have at least one room finished by the end of the day, because this is going to be at a point where like there's a mess, a pile of mess here, a pile of mess over there. So what do you think?
I agree. Let's do it.
All right, so let's do it.
So I have an idea. Since we're moving everything out of this room into the room over here, we might as well do a deep clean, wipe down all the baseboards, windows, everything. Just wipe it down and do a fresh spring clean.
Okay, let's do it.
Rock and roll.
I really never thought that this was gonna be our lives, you know, to having to move this into one room to the next, and then to have to set up the lights and to have to do all of those things. But I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful that this has been our lives.
Well, it's a part of the journey too.
Yeah, people don't know that, and like I'm not just saying all of this so that people feel pity for us or whatever, because we really are. So I feel like we are super blessed to be able to do what we love and to be able to inspire people. And this is just, it is what it is.
Exactly.
It is what it is. And I really always just thought that, you know, I pray that God is going to bless me with a big studio where I'll have to like people that help me edit the videos and all those things. People that have to, not because I don't like to do it, but like to do the cleaning and all the things that I feel like it takes away from me wanting to be creative. Because by the time I'm done doing all these things, I don't feel like doing anything else. Like I don't feel like being creative anymore. And so it does take away from.
It's a lot.
It is a lot, but you know, on top of that, I was thinking that this is the year where grandma passed away on the 16th of January, so of this year. So it really hasn't even been that long, and I feel like I really haven't even like properly taken time to grieve, because we went from grandma passing away. By the way, you guys, if you want a wreath, check out my Etsy shop. That's where all these wreaths are. We don't want to have to take them all the way to Nashville. But as I was saying, grandma passed away, and it's just been like a roller coaster of having to do all these things and going to market and having to grieve somebody in this mess. I think it has made it difficult. I have to confess that a few days ago, and Jameson's my witness, that I had like really bad anxiety to the point where I felt like I couldn't breathe. And so that's when I told Jameson, we have got to clean out the house. We have got to put it together. I cannot continue to live like this. It's been 8 months of having to live like this, and I just cannot. And so that's why we decided that we were done for the season. We did a video where we said Merry Christmas to everybody and wish everybody a happy Christmas. And then it was time to just look, all this mess is gonna take a few days. But
we'll get to it piece by piece.
Huh?
Piece by piece.
Yeah, it is one step at a time. And I know that, but sometimes like when you live like this for so long, you just wish that you could wave magic wand, and it's right now is moving it from one side to the room to the next. But what we really have to do is sort all of these things out and have to decide what is it that we're going to keep, what not. I really wish that I knew people that needed some of these things. Like when we pull projects, this is what it looks like. So we just pull it into a little box, and then we decide whether we were going to use it again or not. Most of the times it's not, because I wish that I had a proper, place to display them and to have people come see it, but I really don't. And so we end up with a lot of cut up things. And up until now, I have basically kept it all. But
well, it's because it's a hard line. We don't know if we're going to need it later.
True.
This is buy two things
in the trash. This is our trash pile right here. So it is hard to want to do, like you guys, all these beautiful DIYs that I do, and I'll just pull apart. Like I really wish that I could keep them and sell them to someone so that somebody else could enjoy it. But at this point, it hasn't been like that. But I really do. I'm literally praying that one of these days I'm going to have my own shop, and that I will have all of this stuff available for everybody to purchase, so that way I don't have to take it apart. But we'll get to that point. All right, so look, I've made waves as I talk to you. So now I'm going to continue with this corner. I'm going to pull out all this around, and then we're going to bring the dining room in. We're going to do like Jameson said, we're going to sweep and mop and clean the walls, and this room will be set up by the end of this video. So keep watching.
Let's get to it. Okay, so the room is empty now. Now we're doing a final sweep. So now I'm officially the cameraman, creative director, and official broom sweeper.
Yes.
And next step is going to be, after we do the sweeping, mopping, and then probably let that dry and go back to sweeping another time, one more mop, and then we go from there. But we're making strides.
Yay!
Let's go.
We're making progress.
Exactly. Okay, so this is where we are currently at the moment. This room obviously now needs some more help, but we are making strides, which is a good thing. Just piece, step by step and piece by piece, we're getting there. So we do have one room, which is finally looking like a living quarters in a home. And as we were moving, we're taking breaks here and there, I just kind of want to take a moment to read some comments, if that's okay for everybody. And let's show you real quick too. We have the beautiful mirror back here. So it's starting to come together. A couple of comments. Thank you, everyone. We have a lot of comments about also feeling anxiety and overwhelmed with all the things that we have in our homes. And it really touches our hearts that we're all collectively feeling the same. The anxiety is a normal thing, and we can all take steps together to take a step back and breathe, catch our breath, and realize, okay, it's not just me. A lot of individuals have the same situations.
It's like you always said, the only thing we can do is like take steps towards fixing it.
Exactly. I have a lot of comments here also say to keep pushing, keep moving forward, and to enjoy the process. And also, oddly enough too, it is interesting to see a lot of people also are on the verge too of decluttering their garages, extra spaces, and so forth. So it's really lots of hugs, blessings, loves. So thank you so much. I just want to share this with everybody, and stay tuned. We have more.
All right, you guys. So this is day 3 of us cleaning the house, and right now it's about I want to say 5, almost 6 o'clock in the evening. So it's pretty dark. We're gonna do a tour reveal when we're all done. But what I wanted to share with you real quick is that we are just basically moving stuff around. Over on this corner right here, we have a pile of things that are going back to Shinoda Design Center because it belongs to them. These are things that they let me borrow in order to work. And then because we moved the studio, like where I showed you before where we shot, we moved it to the garage, and the garage is still a mess. So I'm not gonna share with you the process on that until we start, because I do want to share how do we organize it by color and tabs and all those things. But right here, we're getting ready to set up our temporary workspace. If you can see, now this is where our breakfast nook is. So now this is where we're going to be shooting our live class for our masterclass group. We do this once a week. Every Monday we do a live DIY. So we're going to be doing a wreath, and I'm gonna get behind this. Let's see. I have enough space over here to work and to do the live through this light right here. And then I want to share with you over here. So it's a never-ending story. It's like You know, somebody left me a comment that said that it sounded like I was complaining and that I should be grateful and all these things. And what I want people to understand is that I am very grateful that I get to do what I love. But you guys, 8 months out of, she's like, oh, you chose to do this and you chose to have your house like that. It's not a choice when this is what I do in order to inspire people. And it does get to this point where I feel a little bit frustrated, but that's why we're moving, because we want to have a dedicated space for all of these works, and that way our house doesn't look like this. But right here in the corner, once again, we're still cleaning. We have all of the ornaments, tree that needs to go back. We're making progress. I'm gonna go over to this side because I feel like this is the only area of the house that actually looks decent. The dining room is finally finished, and the living room is finally clean, swept, mapped, and dusted. So we're making progress. I just want to encourage you guys. The way I did it is we just took one step at a time, one day at a time. This is our third day. Like I said, today we did this area, and it seems like taking two steps forward and one back, because now I have to have things in corners until I go deliver all of those items that do not belong to me. The wreaths are up for sale. If you guys want to support the channel, go to my Etsy shop. The wreaths are up for sale right now at a discounted price, because we have got to get rid of them. So if you want to support us, go check them out and order one if you like. Maybe for this year, maybe for next year, but we have got to get rid of them. And I just want to encourage you that if you are in a place where it looks like this, just be sure to take one step at a time, one day at a time. And it is frustrating, I understand, but sometimes this is a process, and I just cannot wait to be on the other side. So thank you guys so much for watching today. Be tuned for even more coming your way as we continue to share with you our lives here at Ramon at Home. Bye.